Guys, so we do have the sprint coming. Mandatory pit stop. Let's see how they do. 5 lights on the screen. Blinksworld on the front row with Kozo. They're going to take the field up towards the center S's. Jump start for Mad Mickey. Somebody's bogged down at the back. That looked to be still the cheers because he's falling all the way through the order. This is going to be chaotic. Everybody squeezes in almost 4 wide. And we got wheels, and oh, this is absolutely
massive
horrific.
Constantina.
Absolutely horrific. I think Rise set that off with the likes of maybe DBT. Kent got through it though, so he's lucky. Virtual safety car call. Let's take a quick replay.
Yeah, Kane slipped right through it. He backed off, good move, and just slipped right through the middle and gained about 6 spots.
Yeah, there was that yellow car there. I think it was DBT. But yeah, look, you can just see a lot of the guys tried to avoid it, but Rise just caught up in it, and Rash Bratado, he got out of it all right, I think, so not too much harm done for him.
Now, well, Kosso with a brilliant start of the line. It seemed like Blinks just bogged it down just a little bit more, and Kosso was just able to get.
Oh, what's going on with Blinks?
Get on the power bit earlier.
Blinks has gone off-roading. Oh, he's rejoined. We were just watching him. And I don't know where he disappeared to, but he's back again, which is nice to see. But yeah, Blinksworld from 2nd all the way down to 5th. Just like that, click of your fingers. It can change.
I'll tell you what, he's lucky to save that there.
Oh, very lucky, especially when you hit those grass and these tyres. There's almost nothing to grip onto.
Speaking of tyres, interesting choice. 90% of the field is on the softer tyre to begin with.
Let's get everybody that information. There you go. So Jetsy, medium. Keeno and Mad Mickey, the only other guys, and they're in the pits. They're clearly getting rid of some damage, I'd imagine. Keeno coming in. It's a long pit lane too.
Oh, Blinks is out.
Hey, he's gone skis. Oh, I think he's taking
massive. Safety car, understandably. I didn't see. I just saw the 2 names fade out at once. I think they might have. I think they may have fighting for the same piece of real estate and just fired to the tyre wall.
So easy to do.
I didn't see it, but I just saw the names fade and tried to skip to it, but that looks big.
Now Keeno, he's gone straight back on another set of mediums because obviously he hasn't been in there long enough, but he's saved a lot of time when that safety car called out, so it sort of worked out all right.
It has, yeah. All the guys are pitting now. They're really, really lucky. The person who's probably not so lucky is Mad Mickey, who still won't be able to serve his drive-through.
No, he won't, because he got that jump start. So you can't serve a drive-through under a safety car.
Yeah, that rule catches a lot of people out. And he's got to be careful. He has to make sure he does the drive-through when he can as soon as possible when the safety car comes in, because he'll end up disqualified. And a lot of people fall for it, and luckily I haven't been caught out by that, but I can see how easy it is to fall for it if you're not too used to it.
Yeah, it's especially when the game sometimes uses different rulings from the real world. It can get you caught out. We've got
multiple people coming in.
Dan Holloway got here just in time. Welcome. Zen's here. Well, if there was ever a Murray moment for Rise, that was it. We missed it. Yeah, it was so easy to miss. It all happened so quickly. Bratado says he's in the pits there, so I don't know what's going on there. But Kozo has the front of the field under safety car. And didn't take long for us to see some very early drama in this Formula 2 series. We haven't seen a moment like this very often for this season, so it was bound to happen. These things are bound to happen.
And interesting enough, it's with the 2 faster people in the actual grid. Both Blinks and Simo are reasonably quick in this field. Most of the time, you'll see those 2 at the front fighting, so it's interesting that both those 2 have been caught up in the instant, taking a lot of pace out of it. So it's going to be a good chance for everyone to get points on them, even though they did join later.
That's true. Also, guys, if you're watching and the microphone sounds like it's clipping, it sounds terrible and just not good for the ears, let me know. I can fix it on the fly. No one told me through my GT Sports stream on Monday, and I watched it back, and I'm so disappointed the audio was off. Because I moved the microphone, so tell me if the audio through my microphone is terrible. But welcome along, Chased in. Sounds okay, awesome. Bambi going for Jetsy. Hopefully Bambi can do hopefully Jetsy can do okay. He's down there. He's up into third. But where is Kank? He's fifth
P5.
place. So we saw Kank and Keeno. They were 1v1ing all the time at Circuit of the Americas. Surely we're going to see the same thing happen here today.
I hope so. And I'm not sure what happened to Kank in the qualifying. I wasn't focused on him. He started obviously at the back and managed to get through the drama. And if I go to positions gained, yeah, Kank has made 12 positions.
Yeah, let's update everyone on that on the stream. So positions change, yeah. 8 for Mash Potato. He's up the top there. I don't think he's leading though. I think it's still sort of catching up. There we go. It catches up. Bikozo, 1 up. All the way. 12 for Kank. 8 for Swatter. Rise has only lost 3, so not too bad considering the incident he was involved in. 3, 3, 3, 3. And then we get Peters with 5. And yeah, it has been just all over the place. Unpredictable. Half the field have stopped. CAPT KEENO down. And remember, they need to use 2 compounds for this feature race. And even though those guys have stopped, I don't think they've changed compounds.
No, I don't think so.
So we'll
So who is in a strong position is definitely Jets.
Guys on the soft tyre have changed to medium, where those like Keeno, he started on the medium.
Yes, now I'm remembering most of the grid did start. So yeah, a lot of the guys at the back at start did do that. So they could probably go to the end. It's 20 laps. It's a longer, quote unquote, longer race. But the tyres do wear at this place probably more than I expect in this game. So they'll be getting there or thereabouts to the end, but they can definitely make it to the end on those mediums.
Yeah, I think they can. But yeah, like it's really put Keeno at a disadvantage because he didn't have that choice, and now he's going to have to make a pit stop where those around him can just continue on in racing. So this one has just chucked that many variables in the works that we're not going to know until the end of these 20 laps. And I, for one, am very excited to see how this unfolds.
I'll definitely be watching out for Jetsy, as Jetsy was one of the ones who started on the mediums, who hasn't stopped yet, and his next stop will be for the softer tyre, which will be later in the race. So he's going to be flying at the end, meanwhile the 2 cars in front of him will have to pit for the harder tyre, probably not too long from now, so Cosso's going to really want to push when the safety car goes out.
Absolutely. And also YouTube, there's been API issues with the chat appearing with the Streamlabs chat widget I use, so sorry your chat box isn't showing up, but it's apparently something on YouTube's end. It was why it was repeating last week, and it's why it's not working now. Anyway, Tristan, any server crashes so far? No, we've been lucky. Yeah, we're waiting for this one. I think we're about to get restarted because those lights are out. So, who can get the jump here? Cozzo and Penguin got to get those tyres up to temp. It's going to be really crazy into one because they're going to have lost a lot of temperature, and braking distances will be slightly longer. Will they factor that in? These guys are about to find out and let us know. This could be good. This could be bad. But whatever it is,
jump from Cozzo.
Going to be exciting. Here we go, back up to green flag racing. Good jump from Cozzo. Gets Ninja Penguin, almost sleeping. I think Jetsy tries to try up on the inside into the center S's. Cozzo takes an inside line there. Oh, good stuff from them. Oh, one of the other guys got pushed out. That was, I think, Swatter. And he's come back on. Right next to Flow X and rises up there in 7th. Oh, on the grass, 3 wide at some points. These guys aren't taking any prisoners in this race. Oh, that's it for Steal the Chiz. He just lost the back end and he's into the tyre wall. He's so lucky to still be racing after that.
Heavy hit, lucky to still have a wheel after that.
Oh, it was a big shunt. Let's take a look at the replay. So you can see, watch him as we come through this section. I mean, it's. Oh, I don't know if you got a little hit along, but that's hard to do there, if I'm honest. But in the F2s, maybe it's a little bit easier. to send the car flying the way he's got that thing spinning. But I don't know. It was a good effort, and he's so lucky to not be out.
The restart was pretty chaotic in the first couple of turns, obviously, yes. And I think it was Ninja Penguin ended up running wide into turn 1, which compromised him for the rest of it. So Jetsy was able to sneak on in and grab second as Kank retakes second.
Oh, it was a beautiful move down that front straight. And like I said, into the first turn, Jetsy now on the back foot, and Kank is just flying away. Captain Keeno will not be happy with this one. He's going to be hoping that Kank will have a different story come the sprint race, but so far in the feature, it's all coming up aces for him. Jetsy's now into third, Swat is chasing, and the rest of the midfield get into the swing of things early on. Captain Keeno does have Rise on his tail. He's in a lot of traffic, and that's going to be very difficult for him to find a way around now.
I want to keep pointing at what Jetsy's got to do now. He's got to realise that obviously Kank and Costo in front of him have got the faster tyre on, so he's really just got to let Kank go for now because he'll get him later.
That's true, and we'll see if he does play the patient game and plays that strategy. But it's a dynamic game of chess now for Keeno in this race at Interlagos. He does have the championship on the line, and you know all about that, don't yourself, BP? Because you've had some bad luck yourself. What goes through the mind of Keeno right now? He knows that he's equal on points, and he knows he needs a good result, and he sees that the guy he's racing is in a good spot.
Your mind's going to be rushing to get past everyone as soon as possible. I think, oh, that's a massive slide from Rise, so you might just save that. He's going to be thinking every person he gets behind is going to have to pass the very next turn. He's just got to wait that extra couple of seconds. Just got to wait and just be patient, because the thing is, at this track, people will turn in on you.
Oh yeah.
Online, you got to really be careful for it and not take too many risks, because there is another race after this and another round after this one. So just got to keep it calm, really.
He's in some point scoring anyway, and at the moment Keeno would be second if the race was to finish right now, because it's reverse grid top. Reverse the first 8.
Oh, I think we had Ninja go around.
Ninja. Thank you very much, Eddie, for sharing the stream. We have had Ninja around, and he goes into 12th place. Bratato, Mickey and Cheese, they're a long way off, so Ninja slots back in 12th. But yes, he was standing the wrong way around when we went to him. Must be some,
just a bit of wheel spin.
Yeah, that's where Chiz did it early on. In comes Rise into the pit lane. So 7 laps in the softs. That's all he wants to do.
Got a swat on the inside of Jetsy right now.
Captain Keeno. Oh, Jetsy! Look at the slide he had on then. Thank you very much. Sorry, that was FlowX. Thank you very much, Cameron Thistlewaite. Check this out in the replay as we're watching from Keeno. It was a huge slide. That was Rise entering the pit lane, and then we went all the way up to check out Keeno, and check this out from FlowX. Look at that! Look at that! You don't see that very often in a Formula car, open-wheeled racing. Now that was entertainment. That was worth the ticket price alone, surely. And the guys are getting into the rhythm of things, thinking about strategy. Intervals have opened up through the field now. The closest pair at the moment has to be these two. Jetsy and Swatter. This is the battle for third.
Swatter looking really good for later in the race now, getting around Jetsy, who was pretty much the main competitor on the same strat. So Jetsy now really just tries to stick close. Use the DRS to just stick within that range.
You can get it through here. DRS activated.
Kank and Kosso in.
Yes, they are. The top 2 are in. So this is where Keeno needs to do his thing, get some consistent laps, and try and just minimise that deficit. Corey Tidy is now following. Thank you very much, Corey, for hitting the follow. And everybody that always hits the like and subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Tomorrow night we do have the F1. And at the moment, though, we are watching Jetsy trying to block the run of Keeno, who's desperately looking for a way forward, because he is equal first in this championship with Kank, who will come out ahead of him after the pit stop has rotated through. At the moment, Keeno just wants to put in some good laps.
And he's doing a very solid job of it. As I said, he was patient through that other pack, wasn't watching fully. He's come out of it unscathed, and he's powered on through when they've stopped. And now look, he's on the back of the other two. He's racing in the same strategy, so it's going to be a good finish as Jetsy's really wagging that tail now.
He does. He's a little bit loose at times. He's got to be careful he doesn't scrub those mediums too much, otherwise they're going to not last to the end of the race. Can't quite remember who. Let's have a look at the stop.
Jetsy still has to. Jetsy, I believe, still has to pit for the softer tyre.
No, Jetsy does. You're right. No, yeah, Jetsy has to stop. Squad Rush stops. There we go. Here goes Keeno on the outside into the centre S's. Oh, turns in. There was a Jetsy on the apex. I think they just touched lightly.
Light touch. Doesn't look like any damage has been done, so fairly good job to go around the outside.
It's a very hard place to do it, and to then get away with minimal contact. Again, testament to Keeno's abilities. But yeah, Jetsy tried, but Keeno was just a little bit better on the day. It is looking a little overcast here in Interlagos. I don't know if there's rain forecast.
Don't believe so.
We'll have to keep an eye on the skies.
But the track is a bit colder, I believe.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, which should be better for these guys to drive a little bit harder. So Keeno will be probably. Well, Mad Mickey's out.
Oh, Mad Mickey's out. Safety car.
Wow.
Well, I think the strat's really going to play now. I think you're going to see all these top three guys coming in for the soft tyre now.
On the exit of the pit lane. That's where Mad Mickey was.
Strange place there in the middle of the straight.
Yeah, very, very strange. So, this now probably puts Keeno back in. He was lucky when he had to get the penalty, get his damage fixed. He had a safety car.
Fantastic timing for him.
Oh, it's worked out so well. And where is Kank? He's down in 9th place. What happens to the field now?
Still Juan Costa. Well, I guess you're really going to wait for it to cleanse to really know how it's going to stack up after. The safety car is out there. It's currently sitting there waiting. So now it's the guys on track just got to deal with that, in my opinion, stupid safety car delta the game has, which really punishes them.
You can. So this is Kank. You can see he's coming past the pit lane now. Keeno in 7th. Oh, he's just exiting now. So Keeno, I think, will come in behind Kank, but they're going to be nice and tight again on the restart because Keeno has gained so much time for this safety car. It has worked wonders.
He's down track position right now, but with that softer tyre and the couple laps just to go around to get, you'll have enough time to hopefully to warm the tyres enough, and he'll be charging at the end.
So that's Kank there on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. He's in 3rd place, and then that is Swatter 1, Jetsy 2, Flo 3, and then it's Keeno, the 4th car in the line. He'll be able to see Kank on the restart, and yeah, wow, this has just turned it up to 11.
And to throw another variable in, the Mash Beretta and Warrior Was have pitted. I'm not sure what compound they started on, but I believe they started on the soft. So I believe Mash Beretta and Warrior Wasp are also the effective 2 leaders right now. So this safety car has worked beautifully for those guys. More worn tyres, but yeah, I believe they're sweet to the end.
I think they might be. So yeah, this is, like I said, it's all over the place. You couldn't script this, even if you tried to. Because even some of those accidents were in the most awkward spots.
Yeah, that was correct. Mash Beretta and Warrior Was both started on the soft tyre. I'm looking at the race director right now. And yeah, so they're set to the end if they can make those tyres work. This safety car will work beautifully to just cool those tyres back down so they can get to the end in a much better condition than what they were looking at before.
So let's have a look at the map. We're just waiting for a few of the stragglers to catch up. So I don't think it'll be this lap, but I don't know. I can't even tell sometimes with the safety car. It is near the end, so sometimes it ends earlier than it normally would at the start. Welcome, Stephen. It's good to have you along, buddy. Hope you're enjoying the end of the feature. We do have the sprint race next.
Fortunately, watching Warrior then got a 5-second penalty for running wide under safety car. The safety car, going off track in the safety car would almost instantly pin you, which Warrior has fallen for.
He's up the front. So it's even worse. Stephen chiming in saying the safety cars have really saved some of the drivers in this season. I mean...
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. Don't think we want to get rid of the safety car though, because it always brings on these exciting finishes no matter what. And it's
I want to say we're in this lap. I want to say we're in this lap, but I don't think so. No, safety car's past the sector marker and still going. So one more lap, I'd say.
Yeah, the lights are still on, so we still are. So yeah, we're just waiting for those stragglers to catch up. Hopefully this is the last lap. Still the Chiz is all the way down to 14th. We've lost 3. We've lost Mad Mickey. We've lost Blinks World. We've lost Simo 346. And but it really is now a fight for the win. And with Warrior Wasp getting a penalty under this safety car, his win is not so certain anymore.
I only just noticed this now. Keeno definitely got around Jetsy on track, but he seems to have lost that position to Jetsy in the pit lane. So, unfortunately for Keeno, he could have been up in P6 if he was still ahead of Jetsy. It must have been pit lane congestion, but because of that, he's dropped 2 positions behind Jetsy.
That's true. Now, I just want to quickly update you guys if you're watching and you want to get involved in either the F2 or the F1. For F1 2020, trials are starting at FNL1 eSports, and you can join the most professional F1 league in the Oceania region. There's gold, silver, bronze. There's a league for your skill level. Doesn't matter how good or bad you think you are, you're all welcome to join. There's stewards, there's proper race procedures. So if you want to join that, get involved, join the Discord, enter your details and get in touch. And yeah, we're looking forward to the release of the new F1 game. And we want to have you guys join us as well. Alrighty. This one.
I suppose I should throw out on a side note, so it's a bit different game and everything, but probably should mention the congratulations to FNL1 on the 24-hour Le Mans on iRacing getting P3 in their split.
Absolutely, yeah. Some of you probably saw the broadcast, but if you didn't, by the end of 24 hours... Oh, what's going on with Wasp? He just stopped. Oh, and he's caused drama. I don't know what that was.
At the time.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was for, but Kozo has damage now. Wasp has another penalty, so his lead of this race is just, it's out the window. Kank fallen to 4th, and I don't think Kank's going to be happy because I'm not sure how much damage he got in that, but wow, that was a bit silly. But anyway, the race continues. We get up to racing speed, and here comes Swatter. Kank goes to the left-hand side, and he starts drifting over to the right on the restart. He can't move too much. We've set a precedence already, so I think Kank's okay there. Swatter, though, wants to move his way forward. Wasp still leading this one, and the rest of the field gives chase. Keeno's down in 7th still, and he's trying to find a way forward, but he's not going to find anything in this second sector because there's no room to make an overtake. But you never know, Keeno might throw something in. Oh, I think Kozo was onto the grass there, bullied out wide. Kank up on the inside now. Gonna let the race.
I don't see any damage on Kank, but Kozo's definitely missing an end plate.
Yep. There's little damage here and there for some of these guys. Peter's falling to 9th there. But I don't know what happened with Wasp on that restart. Kozo giving chase. This is where you need a good... Oh, we've just had... I think we had DBT go around. Look at him. Up. He's all the way in the middle of the paddock. And he's going to be left for dead already through there. But back to the front of the race.
Kozo's already got around.
Good work, Kozo. Kank.
And Kank around the outside.
Oh, beautiful move. Beautiful move.
Biff.
Look at these guys.
Oh, they're going to run 2 by 2. Oh, please give him room, Warrior. Oh, it's close. Oh, they're still bumping. They're still going.
Oh, Oh, that was so aggressive. Oh my God, I've got...
Warrior is trying his best to hold on to this.
I don't know. Warrior Wasp does not want to lose the spot. He does have time penalties as well he's got to think about. But wow, that was... Wow, I've never seen racing like that. Not for a long time. That was on the edge. Absolutely on the edge.
That nearly ended horribly for those two if the wheels interlocked anymore.
Oh yeah, and you can see just how slow Wasp is at the moment. That, I think, is Jetsy up the side of Keeno trying to get around. Because look at the field in behind Wasp now. It is just...
Oh, it's a train.
Oh, it's a massive train. And it's peak hour. Here we go. The front two are starting to get away. Wasp will be defending with everything he's got in the toolbox. But is it legal? Oh, he's run wide.
Here comes Cosso for the lead.
Wasp has gone to the pits, not surprisingly. Here comes Keeno. Jetsy and FlowX, two teammates into the center S's side on.
Oh, Cosso! Oh!
Side by side. Oh, he's just tagged his teammate. FlowX has gone spinning. He gets on, back onto the track. Oh, he's not going to be happy about that one at all. There's drama everywhere. Kozo leading. Here comes Kank.
And Kank has just made a move for the lead.
He's gotten it. He's taken it. Oh, Kank will be so relieved that he's now leading this race with 3 laps to go. Kozo made a small error, running wide, opening the door. Kank took all that he could.
A bit of biff and barge in the center S's between Costo and Mashbretta, and Kank played it beautifully.
Absolutely. Now Keeno, his target now is to get on that podium. He's 1 spot away from it. Apex hunting. They go. Swatter took the apex before Keeno did. Almost took off Keeno's nose. And Keeno looks like he's going to be taking some risks here to get the maximal points he can. He's mitigating that crash at the start, but I don't think he would have expected to be fighting for a podium at the end of the 20 laps. This is tense stuff.
The DRS now. Yep, and as Swatter is up the inside of Mashbretta on my screen.
Swatter backs out, and Keeno still giving chase. Thank you, Hayden 2K, for the new follower. It's good to have you along. Look at this. I think Jetsy's going to get him. Jetsy might. It's going to almost be 3 wide. Nugsy doesn't know where to put his car. Apex comes. Oh, and Jetsy gets it. Beautiful move. Nugsy, he gets in front of Keeno. Wow, Keeno's falling off. So I don't know if Keeno's struggling with damage here at the moment. Thank you very much, Stephen Burrows, for liking the stream. Oh, Keeno was so close to 3rd. He's now down to 6th. He must have turbo issues or something. Let's see if we can't hear it. So listen in the Captain Keeno. It's a flat out section just out of this last corner here. Look at the pace the 2 ahead of him are getting through the corners and the exit speeds. Listen in.
At the moment, Swatter is really harassing Cosso at the moment.
Keeno's doing the same thing. Up the inside of Nugsy. He's done it. He's back in 5th. Sorry, up beside Peters. He's in 7th.
I believe Keeno is just a simple thing of wrong place, wrong time, just being on the wrong side of the apex, wrong side of the turn.
And the switch
back, just get out of rhythm.
Sorry, the switch back between Kozo and Swatter, they switch positions momentarily, but Kozo's back ahead now. So close all the way through. There's so many battles out happening. And where I thought it was going to be a 1v1 with Kank and Keeno in this first race anyway, it has turned out to be even better. And now it'll be Keeno's turn to shine in the sprint, as that's coming up immediately after this one. And I can tell you right now, I would not predict even 4th, 5th, 6th or 7th. There's just too many unknowns at the moment.
Tell you what, Kang's going to be loving this with the second and third fighting as they're side by side right now. Kang's going to be loving this with almost a 4-second lead coming to the final lap.
He will be. Kozo now trying to take second place away from Swatter. Can't quite do it. Into the braking zone. There's 3 cars. There's gone wings flying. I don't know if that was Keeno. He takes the inside line. Gets ahead of Nugsy. Gratado's disqualified. Not sure what
Failure of compound change, I believe.
We had that happen last week too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
Keeno is pressurising Jetsy. We're on the last lap, so this is Keeno needs to make a move this time round. Wasp is out of the session.
Oh, same thing. Wow. Well, they definitely changed compounds, so I'm not sure what happened there.
It's so unfortunate. We had to give... we found that last week the game got it wrong, and Sepp was given his position.
Could be a case this week.
It could be exactly the same thing. Keeno is so tight to the back end of Jetsy, he just can't find any room. And up the front...
Let's go.
It looks like it's going to be Kank all the way to the start-finish line. He'll take the win. Swatter, enough lead on Kozo, but it's now between these two. Keeno, he comes flying in. It's a sprint race.
He's got a chance.
He's found some room. This could be
it
for Keeno. Wow, he's gotten it right on the death.
Oh, but the pens have pushed him back.
Oh, that's such a shame because that was a fantastic finish. 6th place from 4th. Nugsy takes 4th, Peters, then it's Keeno. He deserves so much more.
I'll tell you what, Keeno was definitely trying in that race.
Oh, Keeno, take a bow. I think he deserved a little bit more than that, but what a finish to the feature. Sprint race. It's coming up straight away. Hang around. Wow, there's your podium.
Now, I thought Kank would have been in trouble with that safety car, but he's made it work beautifully and he's got a pretty good win out of that all. With everything happening behind him, he's going to be glad he wasn't involved in much of it at the end.
Right. Keeno. Driver of the day, mate, already from Stephen. And he's still got 1 race to go. 3rd for Jetsy.
He's going to be in a good spot. He's going to be in a good spot for the sprint, so if he can get away cleanly and build a lead, he's probably got a good win. Also, the 10 seconds cost him dearly.
Let's have a look at those penalties. So no penalties for any of these guys, and then Keeno had a 3-second, 10 seconds.
To rub salt in the wound, Kank got the fastest lap.
And then we had 2 disqualifications for not changing compounds, even though we think they did, and 3 guys DNF. So this race had absolutely everything, and it had even a jump start, and I mean it had everything. Hope you guys enjoyed that at home. We've got another race straight away. Don't forget, next Thursday we will have the final round of this season, but we've got to get through this one, and then tomorrow F1 here at Interlagos.
Sure, mate. Got to make mention that Kank started in P17, which I believe is the last slot of the grid tonight with the numbers we have. So he's effectively, I think, came from last or at least second last to win that one. So
he did, yeah.
He managed to work his way through the start of that drama to win that. So that's probably my driver of that race.
Yeah, I'd have to. I mean, I mean, Keeno put on such a show, but to do what Kank did from last to winning, and in such a clean fashion, yeah, he definitely takes top honours for that one. But Keeno wasn't far off him.
No, definitely 10 out of 10 for effort from Keeno, and he's going to be really keen. But also Koso, I believe, starting in P2 again, because I think that's already qualified in the one shot.
So this is the grid order for this sprint. Flo will take the lead from Kozo. Keeno is there on the second row and third. Then it's Peters, Nugsy, Jetsy, Swatter. Kank's got 8th place. Then it's Ninja Penguin, Rise for the top 10. So very, very interesting. And it's looks like it's going to be a little bit warmer than our first race. I don't know how that's going to affect the guys with tyre life, but it is a sprint race. Let's see. Usually they should have chosen the mediums.
Yes, but if we do get another safety car, don't be surprised if someone chucks on that softer tyre, because I'm not sure how long it could actually get. I don't believe I've done a race in the F2 at this track, but I believe you can get about, I don't know, maybe about 10 laps.
Yeah, we got guys coming in with 7 laps, 8 laps, so 10 laps is probably BP laps there, because you seem to be so smooth on the tyres, man.
If you're careful enough, you can stretch them.
Now, have you got your internet connection sorted for tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I'll be resetting everything overnight, just hopefully that doesn't happen again, because that hasn't happened to me in months. What happened last week?
Yeah, that was such a shame, because it was turning out to be a similar event to what we've gotten here tonight. You know, just getting some heat in those tyres before he takes to the grid.
I think Kang is going to feel right at home being in the mid pack, just trying to work his way through. He seems to have a good nick of it. Obviously, last race coming from where he did to where he ended up. Absolutely. So I feel like he's going to be a good watch to try and get through that pack.
Absolutely, and don't forget, if you want to try for F1 2020 and play and race for FNL1, join the Discord. But let's get back to this race. Because we've got FlowX taking the field up towards the centre S's now for the second race, the sprint race. 5 lights. Revving. And we're racing. Can you see that car all the way in the background? Don't know what that's all about. But anyway.
Not on my screen.
Anyway, here we come. Kozo, he lost his spot to Flo into the first turn. Keeno keeps it clean. A lot cleaner this time from the rest of the field. Some of them going too wide. Oh, we've got someone almost round again. Was that? Oh, it was Rash Bertado. Bertado lost a spot.
Oh, yep.
So unfortunate for Bertado. Keeno, though, his task now will be to get into that leads position as quickly as he can and build a buffer, because we all know how quick Kank is. He did it last race. There's no reason why he can't do it from 9th. I think Kank's lost a spot off the start because he's down to 9th.
He did lose one. Yeah, a bit of congestion into the S's, and unfortunately just lost out in the place. But he'll be looking to make that back pretty quickly if he can.
I'm sure he will. We're watching Swatter now, who is going to be defending a move from those in behind. Rise being one of them, and the rest of the field though gets through nicely. Bertado, the only one real big loser from that start there. He got spun out and was on the inside at the centre S's. Here we go. Still no DRS though, so they have to wait another lap.
I think it's on for the lead though.
It's so close at the front. Side by side, Kozo and FlowX. No wonder FlowX does the fastest lap. Gets all purples. Into the first turn, Kozo comes out ahead of him.
Good move by Kozo.
It was a great move, nice and clean. Got a yellow in the first sector.
Oh, I think Kank's been caught up in drama at the centre S's. Yeah, he's missing a lot of front wing there.
Oh, and he's down in unlucky 13th. Surely this is time
virtual
for
safety car.
So I guess there was something happening. Yeah, have a look at.
I thought I saw Carbon flying in the background. I went to look back and I just see Keeno, Kank stopped.
Yeah, well, Kank is missing end plates and some of that wing, so
he will have to come in for that, and he's probably going to have to put another set of mediums on.
Absolutely, and that is for Kank anyway. Such a shame, but that means points-wise, it gives Keeno an opportunity to get back in this one. And
he's so lucky there's a virtual right now as he goes through the tight section with the less grip. But unfortunately, we're back to green, and he is going to struggle to bring that home.
Oh, he will be. He's going to get swamped. Wasp is in behind him, and still the Chiz looked like he almost come a little bit deep on the restart. But watch this, watch Kank. Look how much space he's losing between the guys ahead of him. Here goes Wasp. Oh, he's tagged Wasp.
Oh, they're all over the place. Oh, that's big. Bang, Wasp. Surely he's gone after that.
That's
Oh, there's contact in the front straight. Oh, that's massive contact from Mad Mickey in the wall.
There's another one. So Mad Mickey was involved. As a
Mad
director,
Mickey just couldn't catch it.
I couldn't keep all over that. Have a look at this. Look at this with Wasp. Where did he go? Where did he come from? Bang into that wall. And then you caught Mad Mickey doing some crazy stuff as well.
Oh, massive fishtail. How we didn't get a safety car or another virtual after that, I don't know, because it was definitely... Probably should have been worth it, but yeah, that was massive after that.
I thought Kane could just lucked out with that accident, because I thought surely a safety car, but nope. So he's losing time in full race conditions. Nugsy's trying to stop the advance of Jetsy here, and I think Jetsy's going to get it done.
Simo was retired.
What has happened? Some of these guys... Oh, Jetsy needs to be a little bit careful. Put his nose right inside the exhaust of Nugsy. It's real easy to send him spinning. It didn't happen this time.
There's a lot happening this race. I don't know where to look right now.
Oh, either do I. Keeno got up beside Peters. Couldn't quite get it to work. Adam Stevens is following. Thank you very much, Adam. And look at this. Nugsy is the engine pulling along this train of three. Got the DRS. Jetsy, he's prowling. He's going to try look for... Oh! Big.
Bit too eager there, and bang!
Not surprising.
Oh, he should have...
Wow, big moment. These guys...
Unfortunately...
I don't know. These guys are going so hard.
Unfortunately, I think Jetsy really was overconfident in his car then to pull it at the last second. Can't really blame anyone else but him from that one.
Went on the inside, and then as he locked the brakes up and his car sort of tilted to the right, and that's taken Nugsy with him.
I feel sorry for Nugsy. He was pretty much innocent in that one.
Oh, he was. It was not Nugsy's fault at all. He gave him space, but yeah, when he locked up the car... Oh! Around goes Flo X! He's picked the car up, and Peters arrives on scene to lap it up, and he takes second place. And that's surely got to put Keeno in a position to get a position forward, because DRS will be happening into the braking zone of 1. Flo X holds third still. So
once again, how we didn't get a virtual for that other off track, I'm not sure, but yeah, once again, I feel it should have been probably a virtual at least for that last one, even though it was off track.
I think because they were still in the race and still moving, I think that's probably why we didn't get something. But Keeno now just has to stay with those two ahead of him, and he'll be looking good for a podium. But at the same time, Rise and DBT. So Rise and Blinksworld. We saw Blinksworld involved a lot at Coda, and he's working his way forward in this second sprint. So Blinksworld not too far.
He's been working his way through. Been making his way through the pack nicely. Now on the back of his teammate, or quote-unquote teammate, as Keeno has a massive... Oh no.
The car's just... I was saying it before, it's going to be a little bit warmer, and I don't know if that's affected tight temps so much that they're just losing a little bit of grip on exit. Because a lot of back-end sliding, that's what we've seen today.
It's not what Keeno needs.
No, he was flawless race in this second one to get the most points. So Kank, he'll be pretty happy to see that Keeno's, in a little bit of the hurt locker right now.
Probably won't be seeing it now, but you'll see it at the end.
He definitely will. So DBT in 8th place, just holding off Ninja Penguin for 8th and 9th. The gap, 5/10. He's going to give chase.
Flo and Peters doing a big crisscross. And Blinks is now there.
Oh, Peters!
Oh, they're out! Oh, they've collected each other. The camera angle didn't let me see it. Oh, that was massive.
That brings out the VSC. Take a look at this. Look at these guys stranded.
My camera angle got me looking at the ripple strip, and it didn't cut to them.
As we saw the angle, you could see they were side by side of each other, both Flo and Peters. So yeah, they've obviously got tangled up, exiting through there and charging on through the
strange place.
Wasp is out, Simo's out, Flo is out, Peters is out, Kank's in 13th.
Unfortunately, I won't put Kank in points.
Linkswell's up to second. He's really taken. It's advantaged Linkswell after that accident. So he's managed to stay out of all the chaos, and he's inside the top 3.
Yeah, he's done basically what Kank did in the last race. Starting at the back, as I think he only did 2 laps of the previous race. So yeah, working his way back, and he's currently P2 and trying to chase down Kosso now.
Oh, this is going to be another accident. Oh, we got bullied out from Ninja Penguin, and that has sent DBT in a huge pirouette. He was very lucky not to have contact then. That could be a steward's inquiry. Surely that was a little bit too on the nose.
And see that one? I saw him spitting.
Have a look at this. DBT, or maybe DBT did cause that because he was being a little bit aggressive on the defense, almost pushing his competitor into the wall. So I'll take that back, actually. DBT might have been a little bit too heavy-handed.
I think the steward's going to be busy over the weekend with this race, being with a couple of incidents. The way they've come out of it, it's going to be very interesting to see who's been at fault. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any of them full on.
I've been lucky to catch a few of them. So yeah, there's a few we didn't get to catch, so they're going to rely on footage from the drivers themselves.
Also, 3 seconds.
Oh, race control, there you go. He's leading. What is his
I don't
interval?
think Blinks has any. It's 2.2 seconds, 2.1.
Now I know Zen, Tristan and Stephen are enjoying that. Stephen's saying the stewards are going to be busy. Absolutely. Nugsy, he's within DRS range of Ninja Penguin, who was getting bullied by DBT before, and he's... Wow, DBT. I've never seen anything like it before. These guys are really anxious to keep their positions tonight because it's very important. It's so close all the way through.
Keeno's going to be really desperate to hunt down Rise. Just get those couple of extra points. He's within a second at the moment. He's got to hope to stay within a second when they get to the detection zone, which is just after the final proper corner.
This is Keeno, 8/10 off. Rise, who's just ahead of them. He needs a good exit here, and he should be able to close the gap significantly if Rise doesn't get the same sort of speed.
I don't think he's close enough to overtake me. He's definitely close enough to close the gap.
DRS will help him. Watch this. Into the braking of one. The gap will close significantly. Closes in on Rise. And Rise will now see Keeno filling up those mirrors.
Needs to get a good exit here.
And his anxiety will start to peak because he knows he's got a big task ahead of him. Still the Cheers 3-second time penalty. Keeno just needs to slow things down here. There's a few laps to work with, so just use them and don't rush anything because we've seen what can happen.
Clouds look like they've come over, so this will definitely help the tyres at the late in the stint. Keeno is just got to stick. If he can stay within that margin coming onto the main straight, you should be able to have a good go at him.
Keeno's done well this lap. So has Rise. To be honest, he's holding third well.
It's good what they're doing right now.
Linksworld's not too far away from Kozo as well. 7/10 is that gap.
0.7. And he'll have DRS. This will be interesting. Switch to this for now.
This is first and second battle up the front. Look at this. DRS. Kozo goes immediately to the inside to defend. Gets back onto the racing line. Goes purple that sector as well. So he's really pulling him in. And into the center S as he's closed that gap. What can Rise do with Keeno? Keeno's a lot closer this time around. And it's time to make a move in the next lap.
3 seconds.
Oh, that is so easy to do. And Keeno...
Very, very.
Keeno is searching for every little bit of advantage, and he goes a little bit too far. He's going to go the inside of Rise.
And Rise, tries to get the crisscross, hits the back of Keeno, loses an end plate.
And that's going to put Rise on the back foot because downforce on the front is going to be compromised. And not surprisingly, Keeno swings it up the inside. And, Rise just needs to be careful now.
Keeno with that 3 second. Rise won't know that Keeno's got the 3 seconds, but Keeno will definitely know. So Keeno's definitely got probably the top steps out to play for him now. But Keeno's probably wants to get that 3 seconds on Rise there just so he can keep that podium. So I think Kank is in. I think he wants to set a fastest lap. He may as well. Don't think he'll get points for it, but I suppose he wants to do something because I don't think he was near anyone on track.
No, that's true. So let's see what Kank can do with those tyres.
Blink's really close to Kosso as Kosso runs that bit wide.
So this is the battle for first. We're on lap 11 to 14. Things are starting to get really tense now.
Kosso needs to put it straight to the inside. Oh, Blinks gets there first.
Blinks. They look
Kosso holds
together.
it.
Somehow
they're going to be side by side.
I don't know how they've done that. Kosso was almost off track at one point. Coming in to the left-hander. Blinks. And then it's Kosso.
They're still 2x2.
Great racing from these two. This is Kosso and Blinks world.
And they're still 2x2. And Blinks gets it done. Fantastic.
Worked hard and fast for that one. That was great racing from both Blinks and Kosso, giving each other just enough room to make it legal.
Oh no. Blinks with a massive tail slap and gives Kosso the place back. He's going to be hating himself after that one.
Demoralising. Blinks worked so hard. And you can see Kosso has taken full advantage of it, built the gap to almost 2 seconds, just like that.
That's unfortunate because that was a fantastic fight through, I guess you can call it probably half the track.
It was pretty much the first 2 sectors, and then it wasn't until just the end of sector 2 that I just made the slightest error. It was such a shame. Retardo was getting close, but he's fallen off a little bit. Kosso leading on lap 12 of 14, so this race is almost done, but it's not over. We've seen mistakes end people's races.
Creeping.
We've seen mistakes end people's dreams. Kosso needs to keep it clean. So there is still some high stakes racing on offer.
Blinks does look like he's just that little bit quicker, but will he gain enough time in the 2.5 laps they have now?
You're probably right. Chasey Dane, that I think I've got your name right for once. Yeah, commentator's curse. It's absolutely real, and I probably did do that. But it was such a good run from Blinks. It's just a shame he couldn't hold it together there for the last few laps because he's been flawless up until that point, pretty much.
I think Kosso has turned the pace because the gap has not changed that entire lap.
The gap 1.5. That's where it was the last lap.
At the start of the lap.
Penultimate lap now. So Blinks can put something together now. He's got to be careful not to get off tracks. So does Kosso, to be honest, because an off track could really end Kosso's win.
Actually, well, we forgot to make mention that Kosso actually does have the 3 second lying over him, so it's not entirely over. And I'm not sure if Keeno or Blinks knows.
Penguin.
Probably why Kosso was pushing.
It could be. Penguin just got a 5 second penalty for speeding in the pits because he's just come in. So the gap, 1.8, 1.4, it's dropping. Blinks just needs to keep it clean and straight. I think Kosso, surely, he just doesn't seem to have the pace that Blink does. Just does not have the same sort of pace.
Did at the start of the lap, but he just seems to have lost it in the tighter section as Blinks for the 3 second now. Oh, now it's even.
Absolutely. So
he's within DRS now.
So Kosso, he's been handed a lifeline from Blinks, and I don't know, Blinks will be...
1 lap to go.
This is it. He needs to make a move this lap. Final lap. He's gone purple that third sector too. so he was a lot quicker than anyone else on track. Cozzo knows what's at stake. This is the win of the race here in round 6.
Keep it on the inside. Needs to keep it on the inside just for this one. I think Blinks is a bit too far back for this one.
Not quite, but he has closed that gap quite significantly.
Oh, they
runs
both
wide.
run wide.
Oh, that's going to be killing him. He went purple that sector too. So Blinks is throwing everything at it here. Cozzo won't know this yet. Blinks will, and this could be playing mind games on him just a little bit. Cozzo just needs to hold it together. There's only a few corners left in the lap.
Cozzo will just have to hold it when they get to that last DRS zone. He needs to tuck it to the inside to make Blinks go around the long way in that final straight.
Here we go. Look at the exit Blink got then. Cozzo almost caught standing still. Needs to be flawless here. Gets the apex.
Blinks is a big dive. I think he might be a bit too far back, Blinks, but we'll see what happens at the end of the straight.
Anything can happen. Blink, Cozzo surely will take the win from here. Blinks is not close enough.
I think he'll hold it. Yep, he will hold it.
Well done to these two. Keeno will get on the podium. And then...
Looks like he just got enough margin to keep P3.
I think he did. So Cozzo takes the win from Blinks. And then Keeno...
Yep.
Rise. Pat on the back to him. He loses a spot to Nugsy because of penalties, but 4th and 5th for those guys. Looks like it's almost a Noah's Ark finish with the teams coming in.
Kank slaps the fastest race. The fastest lap of the race at the end.
Surprising. There were a few penalties out there, though, from amongst some of these guys. Jetsy, he's got an opportunity to get one more spot. He's just in 10th place. DBT's ahead of him. So this isn't over just yet.
Oh, DBT wagging that tail through there.
Into the 50, into the braking marker. Jetsy's he's surely going to have a go here. It's not over yet for these two. DBT doesn't know where to put his car. To the left, to the right. Jetsy will make his mind up. DRS is activated.
Oh, contact!
A little bit of contact. And that slowed down Jetsy enough. Wow, controversial and chaotic was 2 words I described that race today. Absolutely all over the place.
No, definitely controversial, but fantastic up the front, and especially at sprint race from between Cozzo and Blinks.
Well, there's your podium for the sprint. It was unpredictable, controversial, but unforgettable in good ways and bad for some. Kank's not so happy, obviously, but there's still one more round next week to finish this off, because we are round 7 for F2s next week. Where are we for the final round?
We are at Abu Dhabi.
Ooh, party, but it's going to be all business.
Blinks. That's right, because Blinks, that's because Kank's out of the points. The fastest lap point goes to Blinks.
Absolutely. So Cozzo took the win in his Arden, and then it was the 2 Dams, and then 2 Carlins, 2 ARTs, and then an MP.
2 fastest laps was actually the gap between the lap times for the top 3 for their fastest wasn't much.
No, it was incredibly close, and they all had a 3-second time penalty, so it was extremely equal across the 3 at the top. So
Blinks will be kicking himself for that last one on the second last lap.
Stephen Barrow said he'd describe it as a destruction derby. I mean, it was pretty close to that. Zen said some great racing.
Big chance.
Zen said some great racing with all the elbows even. Yeah, there were lots of elbows. And I'm like we said, the stewards are going to be flat out this week.
Tell you what, I wouldn't mind watching the flashback of Cozzo and Blinks. I think it was on like the 3rd or 4th last lap. The side by side, that was pretty good. Good job in cars that really don't like to turn on the dime.
They don't indeed. We saw a lot of cars off track, a lot of defending, maybe some controversial moves, but in the end, it was a great race to watch. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, if you want to get involved in FNL1 for F1 2020, you're more than welcome to join us. Join the most professional F1 league in Oceania, and you can join all 3 tiers. Try out for all 3 and get in the one that you fit in the best. Raphael, thank you for following. Gold will have no assist. have simulated damage for the races. Silver will have some assist and simulated. Bronze will have full assist available with reduced damage. So it doesn't matter where you fit in the skill level, there's a place for you. Days Freak, thank you for following. I'm really looking forward to F1 2020. It's out in just a couple of weeks.
Still can't pre it on the PS Store, but that's okay.
I will probably be getting a physical copy off Amazon because they do it fairly cheap, so I'll be doing it that way. But yeah, join the Discord, fill out your member details, and it'll unlock everything there, and we'll get in contact and get the trials up and running. Like I said, if you don't know where you are, just try out for all three and you'll be put into the appropriate place. But wow, that was a lot of fun tonight, BP, a lot of fun.
Oh, that was definitely a lot of fun. Good. It was definitely a good watch.
It was.
For a Thursday night.
Well, we got you guys tomorrow in the F1 at Interlagos.
Yep. Yep.
I haven't looked at the points. Are you out of the championship yet?
Mathematically, no. I'm still within, but probably unlikely from here on out, especially if the internet has another spasm.
Well, don't give up. I know there's some people out there cheering you on, but thanks for joining me in the commentary booth, man, and good luck tomorrow.
Yep, all good. Yep, thank you.
Alright guys, thanks to everyone that's hit like, shared, subscribed. You guys are absolute legends. Don't forget, if you haven't done so, make sure you do, so you don't miss a race. We've got F1 tomorrow at the stream will start around 9 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Check Facebook and YouTube for the schedule when it is put up. And don't forget to race hard on the edge, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night for an F1 race here in Brazil.